She has the count right there.
It's also written on their clipboard. It should be 690 and 100.
Who's supposed to have 100?
John should have 100. Ben should have 690.
Should be. Except they just went 2 stacks together.
All right, for the players of the Blang, we need 10,000, 15,000. Come on, man.
So greedy, Ben. So greedy. The more you work for it, the more you appreciate it. Albert, can I have you square up the seat too? We keep 3 open so that I can see it. Thank you. He just wants to see who will tell him.
Keith back in the booth with you here as we welcome our new feature table group. We're down to 25 players in the tournament. Once again, top 18 players getting paid today. $8,035 up top. And I reviewed the points from the first 3 tournaments, and I reviewed the players left in the field, and I believe it is a 100% stone cold lock that Garrick Baytrup from Williston, champion earlier today, is going to be your player of the series. So Les Hoganson all in for his last 35K. Could be a short stay for him on the feature table. John the Thriller Miller with the King Jack of Hearts made the call. Flop is 3-4-3. Not much help for Les. He's still 9 hunting, 7 hunting. Turn is a deuce. River is a 10. That'll do it for Les Hoganson. Bringing us down to 24 players. Michael Baker once again back on the feature table. He was here earlier in the day. He's looking for some points. He's got a chance to jump into first place with a huge finish today on the RPT Player of the Year leaderboard. Chad Fowler's still in the field as well. Number 1. So Jamie Meininger going to open this pot to 65K with pocket 6s. Looks like everybody's going to get out of the way. And joining me in the booth now for the first time on the weekend is Patrick Langhaug, one of my best friends in the world.
Thank you.
How you doing, Patrick?
I'm good, man. I'm tired. It's been a long weekend.
It has been a long weekend.
Running all over the floor, but that's exciting for us. That means we're busy.
We have been very busy. It's a good feeling to be tired at the end of the day, which means we had a lot going on. Tons of people in and out of this tournament room the last 4 days. Monster prize pools, monster payouts being paid out. We appreciate all the support from all the players near and far.
Yes, we hope to see you at an event very soon.
Very soon.
Turns to 6, needs a jack to win it. 4 on the river, ace king high for Chad. World couch, she's going to turn that into an NFT later tonight. Down to 23.
Down to 23 players. You heard it from Jerry. One of the outer tables, Chad Kelch busted a player. We're now 5 off the money. We've had a lot of fierce beards come and go from this feature table. Cordell Schroeder's got a nice one.
The fiercest might be in the right now, but
Well, the fiercest was Tad Johnson. Definitely the waviest and the bushiest.
yeah, he had quite the final table photo on Thursday.
He did indeed. It looked like he had just been struck by lightning moments before the photo was taken.
Might have happened. Who knows how he got it.
I'm trying to set the example.
Jamie Meininger was here earlier in the day. I believe he was on the first grouping to start levels 4 through 6, or 3 and 4. Either way, he had a ton of chips then, and it looks like he's got a very healthy stack now, 655,000.
Yeah, which is trouble for the table because he definitely likes to lead the action.
Oh, he's very active for sure.
So I expect he and Baker to clash quite a bit in the next few levels. Blind on blind.
They're definitely going to have a war of words, one way or the other.
Yes.
Baker loves to talk. Jamie, not exactly quiet as a church mouse at the table himself.
And we have the Baker rule in place.
Yeah. That was when we used to do live streams on our Facebook page. The Michael Baker rule was, guys, we're live, don't drop any F-bombs. We had a final table with Baker, and he
Proceeded to use the F word
yeah.
numerous times.
But he's a great guy. We love Baker.
We do.
He follows us all over. A lot of cashes this year. He's quickly became one of the top tier players on the RPT. One seat there's Brad Pouch, all the way from Washington, North Dakota. Former manager of the poker in there in Dakota Magic Casino in Hankinson. They haven't had poker for quite a few years now. I miss going down there. Ben Reid, one of our dealers, he has ran up quite a nice stack. See if he can spin that to a final table as this tournament progresses.
Ben's gonna raise it up here. He likes to open a lot of pots. As you can see how he built this stack. Under the gun with 9-7. Very active.
Yeah, he got out the ace-3 of hearts, a better hand and a better flush draw. But Jamie with the ace-9's got him crushed, and he makes the call. The flop comes king 8-7. Bottom pair of sevens for Ben, way out in front. Backdoor straight and flush draws. But Jamie is as unpredictable as they come. You never know what he's going to do with any given hand. He decides the ace-9. Not much there for him there. On that one, he's going to find a better spot. John there with 9 big blinds. Cordell 6 big blinds. Those guys looking for a hand, looking to double up ASAP. I mentioned earlier, Chad Kelcher's on the feature table. He's on one of the outer tables now that he's got 3 friends anti-sweating him because they want to go home as soon as possible. But he keeps doubling up and knocking out players. So
And those are some fierce anti-sweaters.
they are indeed. There's been some crazy hands at the feature table. Earlier, Justin Yankton got moved here. First hand, he sits down, pocket kings, all in, ran into aces, but he flopped quad kings.
Oh, no big deal.
Quite the welcome to the feature table. As Cordell, all in for his last 6 big blinds with the ace-7, and Ben Reid with the king-9 of clubs. I think he's going to look him up here. He's got a lot of chips.
He's gone.
Wants to get one more spot closer to the money he can afford to hit. I think Cordell, he's got 6 bigs to start the hand. Ben's in there for 1 big blind, 1 big blind ante. Yeah, he does make
Calling call.
Yeah, that's a little too strong to fold in the big there. Given the opportunity to knock out a player. So Cordell all in our risk here. Flop lays down 3 deuce deuce, 2 spades. Neither has a spade.
10 of clubs.
10 of clubs.
Scary card for Cordell. He needs to fade a king, 9, or a club on the river. And it is a king of hearts. That'll spell the end for Cordell Schroeder.
Yeah, tough turn card for him there. Just gave Ben way too many outs.
Yeah. Usually too many outs, but just enough there for Ben. I believe that's going to bring us down to 22 players.
And there's Jerry just dropping something in the background.
Just making sure we're clear about that.
He's doing a great job.
Speaking of great job, how have you felt about your time in the booth?
I've enjoyed my time in the booth. It has been a lot of fun. We've seen a lot of fun hands. And got to spend a lot of time with Tim, Jerry, and now you, Patrick. As we've got a couple celebrity appearances joining us in the booth.
The anti-sweaters.
The Friday Night PLO high-low champion, AJ Thompson. Weston Wells and Iron Mike Lance. They're going to watch a little feature table action with us as well.
With aces.
So Brad Pouch going to pick up the 2 aces. Doesn't look like much of anything else. That raise will get it done for him. So Ben picking up Patrick's favorite hand there. A suited 69. He's looking to win his table round drinks.
I mean, it really plays great in any position. And Ben must know I'm in the booth.
Yeah, Ben on the button with the 6-9 of spades. See if Brad wants to defend the king 10. And Ben indeed running it up here. 800.
True story.
They're yucking it up. They're having a good time. Just like we thought they would.
4 players off the money or so. In cash, about $375 all the way up to a first place prize of $8,035 today. Michael Baker, I think he's been here all weekend looking for his first cash. He's had a couple runs close to the money, I believe.
Jamie's gonna open here. E7 suited.
Albert Liebfried there in the 2 seat with the Jack 10 of clubs. We'll see if he wants to continue. He does not. Justin with the Jack 7 off. Quick fold from him. Facebook feed. I'm not sure if it's still choppy.
Security plate.
That's pretty smooth, actually.
I know you are.
So Jamie with the Jack 10 going to take the initiative and win that pot with a bet. Nobody flopped much of anything. Ben Reid under the gun there with the king queen. Looks like he's going to open it up.
Nope, just limps.
He's limping in.
Gotta change gears sometimes, folks.
He's going to put it in neutral here.
Interesting play on the 7s there.
Yeah, Brad Pouch not interested.
Go ahead.
Let's see if poker rewards him with a 7-7 flop. Oh, 10-6-4. Baker with a gut shot, straight flush draw. Ben with 2 overcards. Jamie squadouche, jack deuce of diamonds. Baker turns a 5, which is the best hand. I don't think Ben Reid wants to continue on that board, and he does not.
Grab a card one time, see what would have happened with those 7s, but we'll move on. John at the bottom there with 7 bigs. He's having a great time at the feature table. I would expect him to get down to about 2 bigs before he puts it in. Jamie picks up
the Congos. Pocket kings here. Justin in the 6 seat's got pocket fours. Other than that, I don't know if anybody's going to put any chips in the pot. Albert with the ace-9. He's going to raise it up.
It would have been interesting to see what Jamie did had it limped around to him. Now that there's a raise, I expect a 3-bet here.
Yeah, 120,000. Going to be too much for Albert.
All in the call, 1.
All in pre-flop action here, Steve Ballon at risk. He found pocket 10s, which is in great shape against 2 9s for Isaiah. Flop is King Jack Deuce. A king on the turn. And an 8 on the river. So Steve's going to sit back down and double
That's a
up.
little bit too much. Out of position. Oh.
Still 21 players remaining.
That's Brad Township.
You said, how long was he the manager out in Hickman?
He was there for a couple years. Probably started 2012-ish, 2013 for a couple years. And it's probably been close to 5 years since they've had poker. It's been a while.
They used to run some large events.
I'm still way behind you in chips, so.
I wouldn't say way.
It's my story, I'm gonna go with it. You want me to do it now? I really don't. Not yet. That is my goal. But not yet. I am aware.
What?
Shut up, Melissa.
Oh, she has it.
Yes.
Correct. She does have the count.
Oh, you're the chip player. No.
You're not a liar.
We have Jeremy Theory doubling up here. Pretty much forced in, using the blinds with King 4. He flops trip 4s.
Not by
Having
much.
up Jack Couches, Queen 10, he's going to fade off.
Oh.
Ben Reid's got 2 7s on the button. No action. He's going to open.
Hey, 50. Oh.
See, now you just went and took away my chip. Oh, you did. There was only 10 changes. So.
This year, check out some stats. Their stacks, their VPIPs. Jamie, the most active at this table, 60%. Small sample size, only hand 16 of this group.
Cards dictated.
cooler city here between two active players. Pocket jacks for Jamie Meininger. Right next door, Ben Reid with the 2 queens. Ben starting this hand with 865K, Jamie 780K.
Just gonna verify he's got queens again.
Yeah, always. I lower them.
Just trying to figure out the right size he wants to call it. Instead of a huge pot.
So Jamie opened at 5x, 75K, which is going to cause Ben to make a huge 3-bet.
Yeah. I've seen Jamie flat these kind of raises.
275.
I think he's going to lay down Jack's free here with his stack size.
Oh.
Another 200K to Jamie.
Very unpredictable.
I know, but I don't like the way I'm impatient.
He is kind of picking up on what Ben was doing before he puts it in.
Wow.
There it is. Yep.
A great
He is
fold
gonna
for
lay
Jamie
Jack's
Meininger.
He picked something up.
Ben's sizing was so polarizing there. There's just no way. He didn't have a monster hand.
Yeah, that was a
You should just be happy they let you sit at one of these again.
So Jamie aware of the situation, closing in on the money. I don't want to go broke to the chip leader at the table when I'm second in chips. Do have a couple big tournaments left on the 2021 season. We've got Thanksgiving weekend off. After that, we've got dual event action all over North Dakota. And the second weekend of December is the RPT main event. We've got a Friday night turbo, 2-day deep stack championship event on Saturday, as well as a second chance tournament on Sunday. So plenty of points implications there. Couple weeks off leading up to our...
Here's John's spot. Is he going to do it? He does do it.
Yeah, John Miller all in with the queen jack of clubs there.
Oh,
All in call, featured table.
Justin Azure finds Jack.
Justin Azure.
Makes the call.
Jamie with the 10-6 of spades, getting spicy. He wants to bust John Miller too. Flop comes ace-7-3. Turn is a 3 of spades. Jamie picks up a flush draw. And 8 of spades. John Miller does not improve. Jamie makes a flush though. He's going to bet 30K. Value City. Justin pays it off. Sean Miller. He busted twice at the feature table today. He got it. He got his money's worth. The double bubble. Okay, so that's going to mean we're down to 20 players. Or are we down to 19 players? Let's find out.
Yep, we're at 20.
Yep, we're at 20 players remaining, 2 off of the money.
Perfect. 20.
2 away from breaking down to 2 tables. Justin Ozer picking up the king queen of clubs here. For his last 8K. See if Jamie can come along. Nope. Ben with the 7 tray offsuit. No thanks. So Justin Ozer's 5 big blind shove when you get through there. Just back up to 8 big blinds now.
We're going to increase the blinds on the next hand. We're up to 10,000, 20,000 now.
This is your Jack Links.
All 3 tables.
Wild card.
What
What do you think he's got, Patrick? I'm going to say 6-9 of hearts.
6-9 hearts would be the winner.
All in call.
Okay, I need to know what.
No,
Justin
he's
has
got
ace
ace-6 suited.
Yep.
Ace and a 6. Pocket
Ooh,
6.
close.
6 of diamonds.
But
6
he's a
of
favorite up
spades,
against Albert's king queen.
Queen of hearts, king of clubs.
Okay, they're good. They read them over, so.
This is 2 off the money. Flop is ace, 8-5. Good flop for Justin. Needs to fade backdoor hearts, backdoor Broadway cards, or a king or a queen. A king of hearts, though. Can
Now he's down to
only
1
hit
out.
the 6 of clubs, and it's the ace of diamonds. So that'll do it for Justin Ozer in 20th place. Dealers are going to hold up now. We're going to be hand for hand.
Justin would have liked to have ace 6 there.
He would indeed.
20 guys.
You guys want to start cycling him in and now we're half for half? Where will he be at? C4? Or 3? 4, yeah.
Yeah, well, my first time in the booth. I'm having a good time, Keith. How about your whole weekend?
I'm having a great weekend and a great time in the booth. This was a very cool experience. First time working with Eric Anderson in the feature table.
All right, players.
The time he put in
We
with
are
all
now
this
hand
equipment
for
to get
hand.
running was insane. He's been here since Thursday afternoon, working tirelessly day in and day out. on and off the phone with his tech guy from Australia, sorting out all the bugs and software updates, and had to get a new several.
Just unfortunately.
So we are now hands for him, guys.
This event.
19 players remaining. So we will all start our hands simultaneously and wait for each hand to get finished on each table and run 2 minutes off the clock. So dealers, you can go ahead and shuffle up and wheel.
Right, on to the next hand. Looks like Steve Ballon.
If 2 players on the same table are knocked out on the same hand,
has been here.
They will chop.
But,
Yeah, the chips, yeah.
Steve, a very accomplished player.
Also, since we are hand-for-hand play, do not expose your hole cards. If there is an all-in and a call, dealers do not run it out. Once again, since we are hand-for-hand, do not expose any cards that may influence the action at another
Jacking
table.
off. 75K opens up this pot.
So dealers, after you finish the hand, please just spread the deck.
Finish there for Jamie.
A very clean finish.
Jerry, how do I run this on down?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
So once again, do not expose cards during hand-for-hand play. It may influence action at another table. So if there is an all-in call, dealers, do not run it out.
He's got to slow down here, Vince, or I think it's going to be all over. Some great stubble here, Steve.
So once again, dealers, just spread your deck. Completion of your hand.
How many hours you been into this thing?
Not a ton. Maybe 7 to 10 today. Yesterday, Jerry and I were planning on being in the booth all day, but we came across some technical issues. The commentary wasn't working. But today has been smooth sailing. A couple glitches with the screen. Eric had that fixed in no time. The commentary has been good all day. Positive feedback from texts and comments on the stream. We appreciate all of that support. So hand-for-hand play.
Shuffle up a deal next hand. 2 minutes, get your quick out the clock.
Starting hand number 2.
If 2 people bust on the same hand at the same table, it'll go by chip stack for payouts. If 2 people bust on opposite tables, they will split 18th place money.
There's Jerry in the background, his favorite time of the tournament.
Hand-for-hand play.
Also a dealer's favorite time of the tournament.
Yeah, you just finish a hand and you just sit there.
And once again, as a friendly
Enjoy
reminder,
your
players do
time
not
with your
expose
thoughts
your
until
whole cards
all
during
other tables are
hand-for-hand
finished with
play.
the hands as well.
Thank you.
Jamie eclipsing the 1 million mark, 54 big blinds.
I still feel like it's more of a 1. You're right.
Jerry and I set the line earlier today that we would hit the final table at 10:07. That's 53 minutes away, real time. We've still got 19 players left. Got to get down to 10. I'm not sure if we can make it. Michael Baker, famous for asking for a walk in the big blind. I haven't heard a peep out of this hand. Steve's got the 9-4 clubs. He's wondering if he should just go ahead and try to steal this pot. He's going to move all in. And Baker, if he had more chips, I think he would look up Steve to try to get into the money, but it's going to be for his tournament life, where the points are very important to him. Although blind on blind, ace 8 is very strong. Small ships it into you, but on the stone cold bubble, you tighten up a little bit.
You do, but I think Baker in the tank here, he might think Steve's up to something, so we could see something crazy out of Baker here.
Yeah, it's right on the cusp there, the ace 8. He does make the correct call.
Much to Steve's dismay.
You guys are done at both tables?
We'll be happy to know that he's at least.
All right, we do have an all-in call here on the feature table. Steve Ballon is all in here. He moved in from the small blind with 4-9 of clubs. Michael Baker made the call with ace 8. Steve Ballon's tournament life on the line here, needing some help. Flop comes ace 4 queen 2 clubs.
Top pair for Baker, bottom pair and a flush draw for Steve. This is a sweaty
4 or a 9 to make the best hand. Ace on the turn, he can still catch any club on the river to steal this pot. Except for the 4, any club. Jack of clubs to make a flush.
Oh no.
For Steve Ballon. Win the pot. I'm not sure who's got who covered.
Michael Baker with a rough finish to an already rough weekend. Finishing just outside the money.
We will keep the clock pause. We're breaking table 6.
That was a stone cold bubble.
So once again, we're breaking table 6.
You gotta give it to Baker there. That's a great call.
Now here's the question.
He did make a great call. He had a great flop and a great turn. 3 aces. Just had to fade any club for the 9-4 clubs. Steve Who runs better than that guy?
What?
So now do we fill that? Yeah. So I haven't seen C3. I don't know.
Oh yeah, wait. C3. 9 and 9.
We're 9 and 9. So
Nice run, Bakes. We'll let see a little bit longer.
No. So you just skip 3. So no, 1, 2, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So whoever was in 3 line.
So they're going to break down table 6, I believe. One of the outer tables, condensing down to 2 here.
You're going to break it. You're breaking it, right?
We just did, right?
Yeah. So give them 5, 7, and 10. Or 5, 6, 7, and 10.
Yes, it's just one, basically one off.
5, 6, 7, and 3. No, not 3.
Yeah.
Nope.
There's no 3 though yet.
They didn't give out a 3. They just gave out 5, 6, and 10. 5, 6, 7, and 10. They do.
Because
Yeah.
So then how they actually break?
Yeah. Sit where you're supposed to sit.
So they actually,
Okay, so Jeremy, you're in 7 or 6?
The only time we changed it was when we took an actual table and moved it. But here, they just gave out the correct seat.
Kristen's in 5.
So I am in 5?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. 5 is going to be small blind, 6 is going to be big blind.
Nick's in 10.
So it's 7. It must be 7.
Ben, you're in still in 9.
Jim's in 7. Where Baker just busted.
Twist.
We're down to our final 2 tables here.
Okay.
Filtering in.
We need exact chip counts when you're coming to the table. Kristen, how many chips do you have?
I think it's a Bismarck group that somehow I like the poker group.
310.
I see.
So we're going to be filling in these 2 tables here, guys.
Jeremy?
Right now.
465. 465.
I've never seen
Jim?
these people in my life.
How many chips do you have, bud?
For the players that are at the feature table. But congratulations.
How many
you are
for
all
Nick?
in the money.
Ben, how many did Nick have?
320.
Okay.
Starts, yeah.
I updated count. $1,080,000. Okay, yours is down.
Look at it.
300,000.
Ben, you want to give me an updated count? 940?
Got mine right now. 300,000.
Jim, what'd you have?
300,000.
Steve, you got 350?
That's how we counted. That's how we counted.
Okay. And Brad, you got 210. Albert, you got 445. 450. 445. And 1 second here.
Oh, no headphones. 1C, Brad, no headphones.
What do I have to do here again to clear this? Okay, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to screw up the chip counts that we just made, right? And then Steve is the
Congratulations to these final 18
Christian
players,
Small, Jeremy's big,
all
Steve's the button.
in the money.
10,000, 20,000.
Are we good?
Okay, we're good. I'm sorry about that, Ben.
Yeah, if you guys got any questions for us, let's get that live chat going.
Well, Patrick, it's not exactly a live chat because they're seeing this on a 15-minute delay.
Well, how about we talk about
The weather is it's very cold out from what I've been told. I don't think I've been outside since Thursday.
accurate assessment?
Yeah.
Not seeing much here in the comments. Kyle Simpson, proud of us. Thanks, Kyle.
9 raised to 45,000.
Ben with the king 5 of spades. Under the gun +2 raises it up. Right next door, Nick Boone with the ace jack. Just gonna get out of the way.
You should have seen him come flying in when I knew what was ahead.
So Jamie with the queen 10. Looks like he limped under the gun and is defending with the queen 10. He turns the nut straight, but there's 4 diamonds on the board. Neither of these players have a diamond. A diamond would chop it, but Jamie bets and Ben's going to
down 8, 9, queen. He catches a pair and a gutter ball. 7 on the turn. Now he can hit a 6 or a jack.
Do you have a diamond?
Or 8 or 10. Not the 10. 3. 10 on the river makes a straight for Wade. And that's going to be good before the knockout. Nice run for Fowler. He's going to scoop a few more points for that player in your lead.
So it looks like we did just lose Chad Fowler in 18th place, but he did hit the money. He is going to add points to his Player of the Year standings. I think that was his only cash of the weekend. Kevin Selby had 1 or 2 cashes. He's up there in points. Ryan Yannick, I believe, a couple cashes on the weekend. So we'll see how it all shakes up early this coming week when I update all the leaderboard information. The feature table on Facebook.
Open 1. Who's your next big blind Benny after this here?
And
Yeah, if nobody busts, we'll
on this hand, we're gonna move to.
Yeah, they're going to let this hand play out. If nobody busts, they're going to pull one to balance. Looks like they're down to 16 players. Looks like Ben Reid going to move back to the secondary table.
I just got the chills here.
Well, Patrick.
Yes, Keith?
I've definitely been there. I couldn't think of much else. My brain's a little fried on the weekend.
It's the cold weather combined with the wonderful feeling of being in the booth with Bernard, Keith Long, and
Much appreciated.
what do I usually say? Bernard Keith Lauder, kind of the guy dating your daughter.
That is what you said.
My player count was correct. No, I didn't.
It's the Lods and Lang Hour.
The Lods and Lang. Coming at you live from Spirit Lake Casino and Resort. The return of the Dakota Jim Dandy Poker Festival.
And boy, has it been dandy.
Dakota Jim Dandy.
It's James to some people.
That's James to you. Jim to most. Tristan with the 10-7 of spades. He knows the hand when he sees it. 2.5x, 50K. Come on, guys. Fold so we can whip it over on you.
Just get it through. Jamie's got an ace. He's not going to let it go.
Jamie with the ace-3. He does let it go. Nick with the queen-8. He's going to defend.
Little does he know.
That Tristan's about to flop a full house.
Oh, wow. Oh,
A little bit for everybody. Top pair for Nick. Middle pair for Tristan. He's going to bet 80K. Nick ships it for 250. And Tristan, that was kind of a large sizing, so he may be committed to call here. He's already put 130K in the pot. And it looks like another 170K to call. Looks like they started with pretty much identical stacks. And he's gonna think better of it is Tristan. $10-7 down in flames.
Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes you just got to balance that range.
You do have to balance that range with the 10-7. Nice pickup there for Nick Oon. If you had to look at Albert Liebfried there in the 2-seed, Patrick, what do you think his favorite band would be?
Rolling Stones guy.
He does look like a Rolling Stones guy to me. Brad Pouch in the 1 seat looks kind of like a closet Marilyn Manson fan to me.
Yeah, that's true. pair of tens. Gonna open it up around to Albert. I don't expect Albert to defend. He's been fairly tight at the final table. Yeah, he's gonna go. Nick, Jim, and Jeremy having a good time playing 0% of hands.
That's not true because Nick just shipped it on Jamie with the Queen 8. So I don't know what happened with that stat, but it's not correct.
Calling me a liar?
I ain't calling you a truther.
That's unfortunate. But it is poker.
Tristan on the short stack, 11 big blinds. He's got ace queen here, and he is going to ship it. Brad in the one seat with the fours. I don't think he's going to come along because it looks like it's his tournament life. He did open fold the sevens earlier on at this feature table. He is going to fold.
We do still have Friday night's champion, AJ Thompson, in the booth with us.
Yeah, he's been having a good time all weekend.
How's your experience been this weekend, AJ?
I've got all the sign-up sheets in my backpack. Oh, that's Thursday night. I don't have that one, but I took a picture of it. I'm pretty sure I have a picture of it. Yeah, I took a picture of Thursday, and I have. Sure, I'll keep this.
So Albert on the button with ace-6 of diamonds. He's going to open. A very playable queen jack of clubs for Tristan in the big.
Yeah, Tristan's just going to call. He's not going to put himself at risk just yet.
Well, very good hand to just call and see a flop out of position. Comes down 7, 5, 3, 2 hearts.
Yeah, not much for Tristan. Albert, ace high. He's got a gut shot straight draw. He's going to peel a free one though. King of hearts, bad card for both players. First one to bet probably wins here. And Albert now going to fire the 50K. Tristan going to head to the back here.
Yeah, I'm good.
Jamie almost 3 times. Second stack on the table. Not a lot of big hands being handed out this level on the feature table. Once it gets really big, I would expect him to open.
Yeah, a lot of ace queens
been active.
at his feature table.
All in pot on the flop here. Mike Martinez, he's got ace king, top pair, is up against a flush draw. For Adam, Tristan's hearts, he needs to take a spade of the river. 3 of spades, Adam's gonna make a flush to bust Mike Martinez in 16th place. He's going to cash for $375.
Nick's travel mate from Billings, Mike Martinez. He just finished in 16th place. Flush on the river. So fun fact about Jim Bowman here. He's cashed a lot of tournaments in his life, okay?
I know where this is
He's
going.
the only guy I know that cashes a poker tournament. He gets paid in an envelope that has the cash amount on it, filled with cash. Everybody I've ever met throws that envelope in the trash, counts their money, and they're on their way. Jim keeps those envelopes. He's got them all hung up on a clothesline or something in his basement, he told me.
Tacks them up on the wall like Wesley Snipes in Major League.
So Jim Bowman, he's got a basement full of envelopes with dollar amounts on them. Does he still have those dollars? I don't know about that, but the envelopes, you can't put a price tag on that, of course.
I think it's like $9.99 a box. There's Melissa in the background, action tracking. She's been doing a great job all weekend. He told her husband Jeremy in the 6th seed.
It's also right here, you guys.
Avid
On my pot, Preston Dino with ace deuce, but he's up against pocket fives for Isaiah. Ace in the window, ace 7-9 to breathe new life for Preston. Still needs a fade of 5. Turns king of hearts, he can fade any heart in the deck as well as a 5. 9 of spades, safe card for Preston. Aces and 9s. King kicker good for the double. King is at 15.
He's going all in.
Tristan with the queen 10 of hearts, all in for his last 9 big blinds.
Does Jim not know he's on TV?
Does Jim not know he has 8-5
okay,
of
there
hearts?
you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Get a jabber out.
Sure.
This is interesting. Jamie.
Jamie with the same hand, double suited with Patrick. Spades and clubs.
You should feel any better. 15 stays the same as 14 and 13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, double suited. A lot of backdoor.
A lot of backdoor action for Jamie here. If he can get in there with the queen 10 and try to 4-flush his way to an elimination. Not the best hand to call off though, the queen 10. He is going to give it up.
Did Tristan show that?
Yeah, I believe Jamie folded and showed the queen 10. Tristan said nice hand, showed him the queen 10 of hearts. That bonded those guys for life. I can tell they're going to go out to dinner here real soon.
Yeah, they're really leering at each other.
Jamie with the king queen, Steve with the ace 9 of spades, Tristan the ace 3 of hearts. Could be some action here. We'll see how this plays out. And Steve gonna raise it up there to 50,000.
Jim on the button.
Jim with the ace 10. I didn't see that hand. He does move all in.
Unfortunately for Steve,
Oh!
he's pipped.
Jamie with the king queen and a lot of chips. He's definitely going to take a shot at knocking out Jabber and Jim Bowman here. Does make the call. And Steve's got 50K in, and it's another 100K. He's gonna do some math.
I thought he might be able to get away, but once Jamie called, he might be pressing himself in here.
No, lucky. Oh, okay. Oh, this embarrassed me. You want me to stand up with you? No, I feel good. They might win the hand. No,
All in pot at the feature table. Jim Bowman all in
Go,
with ace
let
10
Jerry
offsuit.
tell you the action here.
He's up against King Queen for Jamie Mining here. He's a favorite to double. He's going to stand up because he knows that's going to increase his chances.
Little guard.
Looking for little cards, he says. Flop comes ace 9-7. That is a fantastic flop for Jim. Looking to win runners.
Oh my.
Turns the deuce of spades. Lock it up for the double up, Jim Bowman.
Priced himself in there.
Yeah, if Jamie didn't have a hand, Steve for sure is calling with the ace-9 spades. And Jim Bowman would have been out the door. Instead, a nice double up for him, back to 390K. Blinds are 10 and 20,000 with the 20,000 big blind ante. We'll be on break here in just a few minutes.
Blues are coming off.
Indeed.
All in call,
they
table one.
Actually, I don't think they are.
All in pot.
Yeah,
All in pot here. Isaiah's got pocket jack, two favorite versus king jack for Ben Reid. Flop comes ace 7-5, currently looking to avoid a king. Turns to 7 spades, he needs to avoid any spade in the deck for a king.
Steve here with another suited
Queen
ace.
of clubs, safe card for Isaiah.
So you heard in the background there, Isaiah Trottier, our Thursday night Turbo champion. He is still in the mix. He just doubled up. I think I crunched some numbers, and if he were to win this tournament, he would come up just shy of Garrick Baytrup. I will, if he makes the final table, I will crunch those numbers again as far as player of the series goes.
Wow, this is probably Jamie's most beautiful open.
The 6-9,
Yeah.
properly
Best
positioned.
position on the table.
Jeremy Theory with the pocket sevens. He hasn't had much to work with here at this feature table, but he's going to open up this pot. He's going to make it 45K to go.
Nick with a playable jack 10 in position. We already know Albert's folding.
Blinds are up next hand, 15K and 30K. 30K big blind ante, next hand, 15 remaining. It will be a 10-handed final table as well.
We go.
Yeah, this will be my last hand in the booth here with Patrick as Jeremy Theory flops bottom set. Nick Oon with the gut shot straight draw with Jack 10.
He's going to try and steal it. Jeremy's definitely flatting here.
He does. Let's hope he can avoid an offsuit king here.
Oh my goodness.
Good
What
lord.
in the world?
King of spades.
Nick Ani trying to steal a pot. Hits Jim.
All in a call on the future table.
Nick gets
Oh
in
my
there.
gosh, you can't
Jeremy's
believe it.
sick.
He's still got outs.
All
You can see at the top of your screen.
On the turn here.
One
7
ace and
seconds
one
for
7 are
Jeremy.
dead. That leaves him 8 outs.
Nick's got Jack
What a
10 from
nasty
Broadway.
turn card either way.
Jeremy needs the board to pair here on the river to steal it.
Can he do it?
8 of diamonds.
He cannot.
Safe card for Nick. I believe he's
Unfortunate.
got him covered, but it's fairly close.
Very unfortunate for Jeremy. Nick Oon on Ani. Not sure.
Ani.
Is it?
Nick
Nick
Ani.
Ani.
330,000.
Just has to dodge 4 cards there. And
Yeah. Yeah, that was a
finds
nasty
itself
turn.
to the turn.
Great run for Jeremy Theory. That look says it all, folks.
Does look like Jeremy is about to be felted, yes.
Most of our players think when we come to the
Jeremy at 295, so that'll plus Jeremy Theory to 15th place.
little do they
He will
realize
cash for
that
$520.
it was coming anyways.
Don't tell them that, though.
All in pot over here too, Chad Kelch, pocket 10s, but he's up against Michael Walsh's Jacks.
Come in, Ben.
Oh, that's bad news.
Block number 10, 5-6, Jack
Oh,
is the help
Chad
he
Kelch.
needed. Turn his ace, he just needs to avoid a Jack of the river. King on the river.
Chad
Wow,
Kelch, if
look
you
at
didn't hear
Jack
that in
there
the
for a
background,
second.
just got it in 10s, ran into jacks, but he flopped the 10. Another 2-outer for his tournament life to
So Chad
survive.
Kelch there.
Chad Kelch doubling up.
Crucial time of his tournament.
Wow.
That's why he's all world, folks.
So that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go get Tim or Jerry to take over here in the commentator booth. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you next time. I mean, I'll probably be back. I'll be honest. I'll be back at
hour isn't over?
I'll be back at some point.
All right.
But I'll get you a new partner. I need to get on my feet here. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been
Godspeed.
Take care.
Oh, 15 there? 30? Oh, he's all in.
Action folded around. Actually, no. All in on the button by Brad. 110K. Steve is in there for 30. Just over 3 bigs to call. Very callable ace-4 suited. He's been finding a lot of suited aces in the last few orbits here. He is going to do the math. He puts it in there. He's going to be happy to see he is ahead. I think Steve's going to call. It's just a little too strong in the big blind. Facing that short stack, all in.
So is Keith gonna get up?
Trying to get a little information on
All in
Brad.
call.
His call. Brad must have said something
All in.
after he said
Feature table.
whatever he said. So here we go, Brad. All in, at risk for his tournament life. With the queen.
Brett Tausch all in. He's got Queen Deuce. Queen Deuce suited versus Ace-4 for Steve Ballon. Flop comes 6, 9, 10. He needs a queen or a deuce or backdoor spades or backdoor straight cards. Turns a king. He can make a straight with a jack. Otherwise, he needs a queen or a deuce for a pair to win it. Deuce of diamonds on the river. River and deuce.
There's that.
Good for the pot. Good for the double. Keeping us at 14.
So anyways, good call by Steve. Like I said, facing a short stack raise in the big blind. Just call it off.
A lot of poker.
Jim under the gun with 10s. This is it for him. He's gonna
Right,
open to 100.
Oh. 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 You didn't get on with it. Oh. Oh.
Okay. So Jamie made the call on Jim's open. Flop plays down, ace 5-3 rainbow. Jim worrisome of the ace high flop. He's going to jabber a little bit before he most likely checks it.
That's further yet. That's right.
Shouldn't slow you guys down then,
Hey Tim, welcome. Oh, it looks like Jamie bet 100K there.
Hey guys, I'm back.
It's Tim Warren.
Hello.
We're the Botno boys.
We sure are. The Turtle Mountain Tandem.
Yes. We rode on Tommy Turtle a few times in our youth.
No, that's just in the movies. I just say in the movies. You can show
So that bet by Jamie's gonna work.
Or you can just look at
He would have showed Jim his cards. That might have.
I'm not supposed to call it an ace there?
No, right? Because I had Jack.
So welcome,
That
Brad.
Jack when the ace would have come in.
Let's get that aggression level up a little bit.
But I have to call with an ace though, right?
How much? 30? 30 and 30. 30 and 30 and 10? Yeah, well, you did all right. Well, you have an ace. Oh.
So you see two different types of play when we're reaching the final table. Some players really like to tighten up and try to make it to that final table, and others hit the gas, try to chip up on their way.
Jamie is definitely one of those players who loves to drive the action. A couple playable hands here. Jamie gonna limp 2 connectors. Nick lets it go. Brad and Albert would expect, from what we've seen, to let ace rags go. Steve Milan's got a decision. He is gonna move it all in. That should get through. Unless Jamie wants to get feisty with his chip stack.
Steve definitely does have a knack for good timing in these spots.
It is only 4.5 bigs though, so Jamie might just flick it in there.
145. Got the bullet there.
Jamie is definitely the type of player who likes to gamble, mix it up. Not afraid to put it in bad and see what happens.
See how upset you can get on your way out as he scoops your chips. Yep, still 30K, Jim.
Falling call.
Wow. He's
Wow.
gonna rip it and get rocked here.
Unexpected. So Jamie has an easy decision there to let it go. Let these guys go heads up.
Jim Bolton Ellen. He's got Queen 10 up against King Queen of clubs for Steve.
Oh, Jim doing the stand.
Looks like Steve is the one every
Get out of
year.
here.
Flop comes King Jack 7 suit clubs.
Mixed
Great
bag
flop
there.
for Steve still needs to beat an ace or a 9. That's a non-club.
It's an ace or a 9.
Turn is a 5.
Non-club.
Same outs on the river. Deuce of diamonds. Steve Milan
Runs out to
double
lead
bluff.
Steve. Gonna double up through a questionable call. Leaving him with 3 big blinds.
I guess the best players always win. Did you stand up?
But then you weren't up and down.
The ace, no, but the ace game, all the time, man. That's good at.
Nick under the gun. He's gonna open.
Limped it.
Oh, he did limp. Okay.
What a flop for me though, because you can't get an ace or a 9.
finds himself another ace rag. This time it isn't suited. Let's see how he elects to play it. With Jim
All in
Johnson,
pot here.
I expect him to.
What's the number down to now?
Adam's got top pair and diamond draw. By far the best hand right now. Looks like he just has to avoid an 8 of spades. Turns to 7 of spades. Still needs to avoid 1 out on the river. 5 of diamonds. He'll make a flush. Big pot.
Lines fold.
570,000 there for Adam.
There's not many.
He's gonna balloon to over $1 million.
There it is,
All in.
as expected.
Jim says, oh, that's not many. Sometimes a telltale sign that you want to call.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't got that much more to go here.
That big little city there by the, before you get to Minneapolis, that's a big mall there. Albertville. Albertville.
Jamie's seeing if the math is right. No, Nick's gonna
All
snap
in
here.
call. Go on. You haven't got an ace, have you? No, I'm probably in trouble.
Jim Bowman's got pocket kings. Big favorite versus Queen Jack for Nick.
You were looking to dodge some funny stuff. He's not gonna dodge that camera apparently. There he is. Okay, thanks.
Flop comes King 10 6. Jim flops top set. He's up against an open ender. He needs to take an ace or a 9
Flops top
twice.
set, and his opponent has more outs than he had before.
5 on the return. He just needs to avoid a 9 or an ace on the river. 6 of hearts. Safe card for Jim Bowman. Top set. And a double up.
Fades the open ender.
And now we have Tristan on the short stack at the feature table.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they were coming. I wanted him to call. You guys do. I know. Oh, I didn't have him. Hold them there. And I want to keep all of them there. Okay, good enough.
And at a short-handed table, on the cusp of the final table, those blinds and antes come around fast and they take a big bite out of your stack.
Flop comes Queen 5-3. Ben's ace high so far so good. Turn is a 4. Adam is an open-ended straight draw. He is not. So Ben is not going to see an ace. A deuce would be okay now. So an ace or a 9 he does not want to see on the river. 10 of clubs, safe card for Ben.
Looks like Tristan's gonna get
Double
in
up.
here. He's got ace 8 of clubs, 5 bigs.
Definitely glad to see a suited ace.
He's gonna be happy to find that he's ahead of Nick when he snaps it.
Who's a fast pump face?
The big. Jamie might call this too. I could see Jamie and Nick call check to the movie. Nope.
Nick obviously isn't thrilled here, but he sticks him in. As
Think about it.
All in pot.
with an opponent on that short of a stack, their range is
Tristan's
very
all in.
wide.
Ace
So
8
just
of clubs. He's up against ace 3 of
put him in
diamonds
and
for
hope for the
Nick.
best.
They'll chop here a lot of the time. We'll see what happens. Flop comes King, Queen, 8, 1 flop. There will not be a chop here. Tristan flops a pair of 8s, but Nick's got a diamond draw. Any diamond will do it. Turn is a 6 of diamonds to lock it up.
Nut flush.
To bust Tristan in 14th place.
Good run by Tristan. Played in the luck.
You will cash for $520.
So Nick up to 970,000. Trying to catch up to Jamie's table chip lead. Haven't seen what's going on at the other tables, so Jamie, feature table leader, chip leader.
No, but I think, oh, he did. Yeah. Yeah, you played a lot of big pots.
pocket tens for Brad, and the big blind is a sight for sore eyes.
Once it gets around to Jamie, he's probably going to open this on the button. It's a very playable hand for him. His stack.
95.
Nick. Lamenting. He lets it go. Brad. He's just going to rip it here.
Rolling call.
Just like last hand.
Rolling call.
Absolutely. Jack 10 doesn't look great up against 2 10s, but as you can see, it's better than a 1/3 chance of winning.
Flop lays down ace.
All in pots.
So now he picks up a
Brad
clear
Powell,
ball.
she's got 10s. Big favorite against Jack 10. Flop comes ace 9 7. Turn is a 9. You just need to fade an 8 or a jack on the river. 4 on the river. Pocket 10s for Brad. Hold up for the double
Gonna
up.
hold for Brad. Patience pays off. He's gonna move up to 17 bigs.
Very key spot for him.
As we near our final table, you can see our viewership continuing to rise. We appreciate all you guys taking time out of your schedule to be here with us. Roughrider Poker Tour and the feature table at Spirit Lake Casino. It's been a great weekend for us. Glad you're all here watching.
Absolutely.
Be at that final table before you know it.
We hope you're as happy to be here as we are. We're having a blast.
Love it. Love this place.
Thanksgiving Day.
So action around to Albert. A couple of limpers. He's just going to check his option. To the flop we go. Brought to you by tour sponsor Coors Light. Flop is ace, 4-3, 2 clubs. Nobody connecting. Jamie's definitely going to fire out this skid and check to him. There it is. And it should be good for the pot.
Oh, it's only 142 and 200 miles from here. I live in my daughter. Yeah, my daughter lives in just over. There's 3 different. From here?
I'm sure most of you are familiar with Steve Ballon there, one of the most accomplished players that tours around North Dakota. Plays a lot of poker. He's got some stellar results over the years.
Should be an hour and 15 from here to Jamestown.
Okay, and this just in, reporting from Iron Mike. 13 players remain. Next player out is taking home $520. Thank you, Iron Mike. Jim with the ace jack off. He's going to open under the gun.
All in pot here.
Raise it up to 85,000.
Which looks like it represents about a fourth of his stack, maybe a little more than that.
Ben Reid is hoping he does not bust that 10-07.
Makes the call with queen 9 of
Flop
hearts.
comes 4 deuce 4. He's going to need to see a 9.
So these two are going to
Turn his
go
eight.
heads up
He's
to a
got
flop.
3 out on the river.
Like I said before, Jamie likes to mix it up. He probably knows he's a dog at the moment, but he's in position, and he is skillful enough to navigate this pot post-flop as he makes top
He
pair.
will cash for $520. We are 2 away from the final table.
And he puts out a bet. And Jim pretty much whiffed other than some back doors. He cannot continue.
Jamie's going to show that hand again. He might have forgot that we're live streaming. We'll see it eventually.
Is it 7:10?
Oh, it's 10:07. One of our favorite.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know. I might be 3 hours off. That's how I'm delirious.
Double knockout to get it
over 4
to our
days.
final table. Jerry Sorrells making the prediction. So we have 2 hands to get to the final table. I expect
So happy
this to
10:07
happen.
p.m. Central Time. As you can see, Jamie picks up 2 10s under the gun.
This should be an all-in moment here. Oh, Albert's got a little bit more than I thought he did. Still is going to rip it. Ace King all in for Albert. He's going to get snapped by Jamie. He's never folding.
And with that stack size, it's definitely the correct play.
So 265 to call. Got to be honest with you, Tim. A little surprised he didn't snap it there.
Yeah, I think Albert has just enough chips here to cause concern.
And he's been playing so tight, Jamie might think he's behind, majorly behind up against aces, kings, queens, or jacks here. Obviously, that's what he's thinking with 10s. But like we've seen before, just got to get your chips in the pot sometimes.
Got to win flips to win tournaments. But keeping your chips safe in your stack is also a skill to be had.
I mean, that is what you want to do in a satellite, for sure. Jamie, we're all sitting back here just waiting for you to put that in. Oh, wow, he did let it go. It was just a little bit too much for him to want to double up Albert.
Albert, you know I can't see the cards, right? You know I can't see your cards, right? Okay, yeah, I can't see them. No, I can tell you if they're reading for the booth, but I cannot see your cards.
30.
I can see his cards.
150.
Oh, Nick. Gonna bring us another Jack Links wild card moment here.
145.
What do you think he's got, Tim? He's cutting out a raise. I kind of don't want Nick to put his cards over the reader right now. He's not gonna. This is fun.
We obviously know Brad was letting that go.
No, yours were square. Like, I don't know what you have. And I don't have the discipline to go back and watch a live stream to find out.
That
What'd
would
you
do it
have,
for
Nick? We need to know now.
We'll never know.
Take it easy.
I'll find out later. I'll get back to you on that one. And on to the next hand here. As you can see, that pre-flop aggression will pay off, getting 7s out of the way and any other marginal hands. And these blinds and antes at this moment in the tournament are very important to be picking up.
Action folds around to Steve. As like most of his time on the feature table here, another ace braggish hand. He's played all of them different ways, so let's see what he does with this ace-9. Looks like he's going to open. 5,000. Should get through, but we have seen Nick get sticky with his big blind. Ooh.
And he does make the call. He's going to defend here. I think he dark checked. He is dominated. Flops a gutter ball. Steve knows well enough to continuation bet.
He does elect to see the turn here. That would have been a turn is another jack. Nick checks, Steve checks to the river. 9 now, Steve with a pair.
They both hit that 9, which might be trouble for Nick. We'll see. They might both play it cautiously here with showdown value. Oh, Nick went all in.
Steve went all in, says.
Oh. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I see what's going on now. Nick did make a bet to put Steve all in.
All in to call, I see.
Which is a bold move. Putting your opponent to the test for his tournament life. It's a lot harder to call here.
Yeah, Steve's trying to put it together what he made that call on the flop with. Was he doing it to catch a gutter ball? To bluff on the Turner River?
And apologies for any confusion on the action here. This is our first time live streaming.
Yep. Hope you're enjoying it.
Bear with us.
Didn't play that one hand. 2 short stacks over there. You don't crack that right? Yeah.
Yeah, Steve having trouble with this one. It is a tough spot for all his chips. Like I said, what's he calling on the flop with?
And more often than not, Steve definitely does come up with the right conclusion. But for your tournament life, it's the toughest call to make.
Yep.
He's close. Will he get there to the right decision?
He's not sure. It's a tough spot because he does have the ace.
This will be an amazing call if he makes it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put anything past Steve Bland. He's a great player.
He does know Nick's capable of trying to steal the spot and push him off it, so that could be going through his head too.
Steve is also the type of player who absolutely plays for the win. He's never trying to ladder up. If he has a read, he goes with it.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
That's what happened after the clock. See, I didn't know if we had to go back over there.
But he does lay it down. He was so close there. Great move by Nick.
0 next game, 20K, 40K, 40K, big blind game. We're down to 12 players, 2 off of the final table. We'll be taking a break after this. 20K
Yeah,
total.
4 bigs there. Steve's obviously wishing he would have called now that Nick showed him.
Jamie is going to open on his button here with a substandard hand. And Brad does not want to tangle with him with King Queen. Brad mainly staying out of the way here and get to that final table where you see the payouts.
As you can see by the VPIP there, that was pretty much a foregone conclusion that Brad was going to let it go to Jamie. Yeah, I believe so. Jamie with another open. We can't say it enough, this guy likes to play poker.
Taking advantage of that big stack.
So Jim and Steve on the short stacks here.
They are on life support.
Looking for a pretty hand to put their tournament life on the line. I believe we're at 13 players still. Next player out is going to get $540. Our champion today is going to get just a little over $8,000.
And Steve Belland is in the big blind here. He's going in. He's got more than half his stack in there.
9-5, one of our dealer's favorite hands.
Shout out Matt. Matt
working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living, bud. And this just in, another field report from Iron Mike Lance. 12 players remain. Next player out's getting $595. Thank you, Mike.
And wow, look at it, folds all the way around to Steve, even though he's got more than half the stack in there. That might have been a spot for Brad with his king high to get it in there, but he elects to lay it down, and Steve gets a walk, and it's basically a double up. So fortunate spot for Steve. You don't want to make it that easy with an opponent that skilled and tough. Jamie's definitely driving the bus here. He picks up a ace-7 under the gun, and he's going to open it. And who can blame him the way the action's been going at this table? Very little resistance for the last few orbits that I've been watching here. And Jim Bowman will have to call all in, as he would had about half his stack in the big blind. But he's looking down at the old 9-5 Matt, and he ships it in.
Yep.
So he wants to spin the wheel of luck for his tournament life.
Jamie with the call.
Jamie with a no-brainer call.
So Jim, all in here. At risk.
He's calling for no ace. He should be calling for what he's holding, though. He needs to hit one.
All in pot. We're just going to leave the table here. Jim Bowman all in with 9-5. Ace 7. He flops
He
a
just
pair of
vacated his
fives.
hand. He flops middle pair though, and he's in the lead. Queen on the turn, he needs to dodge an ace or a 7.
8 on the river. Double up for Jimmy.
So Jim doubling up. Gonna leave him with 5 bigs. We'll see him all in again soon.
No, I got no place to be. I'm retired.
Yeah, but you said you had to drive all the way to bed.
My wife's already in bed or anything. My wife's already in bed. Could do that. Well, Mike, where are you staying at? Here? I don't know. I don't have no room.
So it looks like Jim picked up a little bit of jabbering chips here. Enough to stay alive anyway.
Keep talking. You might convince me.
I'd like to see Brad do something here.
We know.
I hope. It's been married for 49 years.
She's probably for that long.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
She must be a saint.
And we're having an anniversary in Newtown for our 50th. We're bringing all our friends. So I'm buying the free drinks in Newtown on September 2nd. 50 years? 50 years now. September 2nd next year, we'll be in Newtown.
So Steve moves all in with ace queen for his last 3 bigs. Jamie has a pair. You know he's calling, folks. We keep seeing it over and over again. Steve looking to catch a pair, get lucky to stay in this tournament. We'll head on over to Jerry to make the call.
He's coming. He's running.
Every all-in has its moment. And here's another one for Steve Blang.
He's got ace queen. I think it's pocket 3s for Jamie. Coin flip here. Queen, jack, 8. Good flop for Steve. Looking to avoid a 3. Jack on the turn. Just needs to avoid a 2-outer on the river.
Probably not.
7 of clubs. Steve's going to double up.
Wow, so Steve wins that flip, and he's going to just claw his way back into this one. If anyone can navigate a small stack, it is definitely Steve Blang. The last thing the rest of these guys want to see is him scooping pots here on the verge of the final table.
Iron Mike Lance with another field report. Oh, just eating a bag of Sun Chips. Thanks, Mike.
All in pot. Preston Dean Ellen with King 8 of spades. He's up against King 8 offsuit. We got the same hand here for Adam. Flop comes King Jack 3, 2 of spades. Preston's free rolling. Turns a queen of clubs. He can win it with a spade on the river. Ace of hearts. They'll chop it up.
We'll see if anyone wants to get squirrely here with the 2 big stacks in the blinds. Jamie, the only one with a real legit hand.
Well, I mean, Nick does have 6-9 in position. Jamie raises it up, and Nick makes a questionable fold with the 6-9 there. So we are still sitting on 12 players. We're going to get down to a final table of 10. So we are on the double bubble final table.
Once we do hit that final table, there will be a short break to assess those chip counts.
Yeah, we'll get everybody moved in, get the chips figured out.
And then you guys will be graced with the president. and
Gerald.
Our beloved Keith Lauder III.
He is coming back to the booth.
We'll be back in here.
Jim Bowman with a pair of 7s here. He's just going to have a little TB time here before he ships it all in. Oh, interesting. 7s. Nobody wants to play 7s on this final table, apparently.
I'm going to go ahead and say that's negative EV.
So he calls off with a queen 10 and folds 7s. Interesting lines here.
And action's heating up on the other table here. Another all-in call.
All-in pot. Preston Dean, he's got ace king of diamonds.
Another raise and take it from on the button from Jamie. I think that's 3 in a row now.
Yeah.
Flop comes 7-4
well done.
Jack or backboard close.
Jamie with his foot on the gas pedal, as usual.
But it's a 5, so that will plus to Preston Dean.
He might lose a pot here or there.
And we lost
That's
Preston Dean, 12th place, $595. Preston from Minot, North Dakota, plays a lot of poker.
He was your final table bubble last night for the Mega Stack, Deep Stack. He's had a good weekend, just not great. Steve Ballon looking at King Queen here, short stack. It's
Under
gonna get
10 bigs for Ballon with King Queen. It's either one thing or the other. You will probably find an all in here and some bad news.
Jeremy, go get us some Ruto. Or are you gonna try to find Ruto?
Under 10 bigs.
Yeah, this is probably a rip it or fold situation. I don't see him clicking and leaving himself with just a couple bigs.
And he's probably too strong to fold, especially short-handed here.
Short stacked.
6 players dealt in.
A lot of action behind him. He might.
And there he goes.
Yep.
And here comes the bad news.
That was a call by
Jamie.
Jamie.
Calling.
Action on the feature
Every day of the
table.
week and twice on Sundays.
Steve Ballon all in. Jamie made the
Even
call.
more bad news for Steve. Albert had one of his queens.
Jamie's got ace king. Steve's got king queen.
He does have 2
Steve's
live
tournament
suits.
life here on the line. Flop comes Jack 8 deuce. He needs a queen and a queen quickly. Turns a 5 of spades. He can catch a queen.
Whoa, sweat here for
or
Steve.
any spade in
Can he hit
deck.
the river again?
Let's see what happens. Ace of hearts. That's not the card
Not
that
it.
Steve needed.
Not gonna do it.
Steve will finish in 11th place. He will cash for $595.
That is it. Valiant effort from
11th
Steve
place.
Ballon. Bubble the final table. $595 going his way.
That'll do it. We have reached your final table, folks.
We're
Steve
gonna wrap up,
Ballon,
guys.
great
We're gonna wrap up
run.
first here.
One of our favorite players on tour. He is your final table bubble boy. So we're gonna let the players filter in here. We'll take a short break.
So that was a very huge spot for Jamie Meidinger. Not only did he scoop a pot and knock out a player and score those chips, but that was Steve Ballon, probably one of the toughest players left in the field.
Yep.
And we will see these final table participants filter in. And we will take a short break.
as we get prepared for this final table, Timothy Warren and I are going to sign off and let Bernard and Jerry come back.
Yep, thanks for having us, guys. This was a great time. Hopefully we can do it again, and hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, this